on here tonight to share one of my entries from the book, which is a part of the morning section. It's a prayer for those who have passed. And so tonight I'll read a prayer that was first given in 2023 when I was part of a delegation of leaders from the Nonviolent Medicaid Army that traveled to Cuba to meet with leaders in Cuba to share lessons of organizing, especially in the context of the fight for the right to healthcare. And as a part of this delegation, we took some time to honor a leader and an organizer, Errol Lind, who was a leader with Put People First Pennsylvania and the Wyoming Nonviolent Medicaid Army. Errol was an organizer who battled cancer for 2 decades, and they died on December 25th, 2023. And Errol, in their own life, had also spent time in Cuba during college, which was really formative in their lifelong commitment to the movement. And so we had time during this delegation to honor Arrow in a ritual by the ocean. And I'm really grateful that it got captured in this way because the way that it came together was so beautiful and so like our movement. And the whole ritual was something that we developed, not necessarily like in the moment, but it was something that came together that morning. It's something that came together on the bus ride over to the Malecón, walking over. I didn't write out this prayer because I didn't have time to do it beforehand. And so it was something that came from the heart when we were all there together. And I think there could be a part of me that reads this prayer and thinks like, oh, I could have said that differently or done that differently. But I think within the context of this book, in this chapter of where this prayer lives, I remember the community that we had in that moment, and that what was said was exactly what was supposed to be said because Spirit was guiding it. And I think Spirit guides so much of our work when we're responding and organizing and moving with the people in the moment. And so this prayer is a part of a larger ritual in which we called in Julia, who was Arrow's partner. Brianne from the NVMA led us into song, and we had this time to be with one another and that pain of losing leaders who leave us far too soon, and make the connection to some other ancestors that we had lost that Arrow was now joining. And after this, we just had a moment to sing together and cry together. And so, yeah, I'll just offer this prayer. And first, I'll begin and invite folks to put the names in the chat of ancestors in our movement, of folks that we've lost, folks that we want to bring into the space as a way to honor them and to remind each other also that they're with us. Heavenly Spirit, we ask you right now to hear our tears and hear our pain. We ask you to hear the cry of people for a better life, for a better system, and for better care for each other. We ask you to hear our wailing as we call the names of those who have died far too soon. We also ask that you present yourself in each and every one of us in these times when we name those who have left, in times where we are hurting because those that we love the most have gone from this world too soon. Remind us that you are always with us. Remind us that you are always by our side and that every single one of us is cared for and loved and valued, despite a system that might tell us otherwise. We ask you to be in each and every one of us, that we may show every single other person around us that they are cared for, loved, and valued. Part of what we do on this earth is fight for a system to know that we are all loved. Help us to have faith and help us to have hope that these things are possible, and help us to see through these times of legitimate pain and crisis and suffering, that there is another way and that we have each other. We have each other's love and support and solidarity. Let those who are gone feel loved and cared for here. Let them know that we carry on their legacy and that we will fight for a revolution and that we will fight for a just system. And every single person that we named, wherever they are right now, we ask that they all do a big group hug of solidarity with one another, so that they can all connect through us to know that they are also loved by everyone here. Amen.